Welcome to another episode of Montana Shares. I'm your host, Bill Crane, and I have Melissa with Montana History Foundation. Welcome to the show, Melissa.
Hi, Bill. Thanks for having me.
You bet. We've got a few things to touch base on as far as Montana History Foundation goes. But the first pressing question I always ask everyone is, how is COVID affecting your organization, or what are you doing with regards to that?
Yeah, I think that, like so many other organizations, we've seen some changes and some things kind of fluctuating, but our focus is really a lot of those other organizations and history museums that we work with that have been hit really hard as a result of COVID, who've had to shut their doors or not been able to be open or not seen the foot traffic that has come through the summer. And so we're really excited to start pivoting into the next phase of the year, which is the opportunity to help those organizations, many of which saw a lot of changes through 2020.
Okay, and so let's talk about the help that you are offering and sort of the big grant cycle coming up.
Yeah, this is that time of year where we're starting to gear up and get ready for our annual grant cycle. This year, in 2021, I should say, the upcoming grant cycle, we'll be putting $135,000 worth of grants into Montana communities. And our grant cycle will open on November 1st, as it usually does, and will close in mid-January on January 15th. So folks have a nice amount of time there to really learn more about how they can be helped, the various criteria that we have if they're able to apply. And this year, like last year, we'll be giving grants up to $10,000. And that was really exciting to be able to do last year. And we are thrilled to be able to make those grants up to $10,000 again for 2021.
Okay, excellent. So I'm assuming people should go to your website if they want to find out more.
Yeah, absolutely. So we have 5 categories. I'll run through them just real briefly, just so folks have an idea of what those categories are, but much more in-depth information about those on our website. So our 5 categories are buildings and structures, historic cemeteries and sacred sites, collections and artifacts, oral history and podcasts, and education and outreach. And so those are our 5 categories that we have. If you go to mthistory.org, click on grants, and then to funding areas and criteria, you can learn more about all of those categories, see examples of past projects, and of course, learn more about whether your organization qualifies for one of those grants.
Sounds great. So what else should people know about applying for these grants?
Just really that our website makes it really easy to go on and sort of look through those criteria, other funding, criteria that may apply, based on your organization. And like I said, just really take a look at the history of those projects through the years. We're really excited that 2021 marks our 10th year of making grants. This year, actually, we were excited to reach over $1 million in investing in historic preservation projects across the state. So we've reached beyond that $1 million mark of investment, and now we're looking toward 10th year of making grants. And so that's really a phenomenal, exciting milestone to be reaching, and to see what sorts of projects come in for 2021. And it's always fun to see what comes in. And, like I said, excited to know that we will be able to go up to $10,000 again. And that really opens the door to some exciting projects. So going online to mthistory.org is really the best way to kind of get a sense of what you need to know for the coming months.
Excellent. Well, I think we'll save a couple other topics for future. Let's go ahead and wrap up. And so thank you for being on the show, and thanks for supporting the community and getting so much money out to preserve history in Montana.
Excellent. Thanks so much, Bill.